Japanese government continues to offend countries around the world by celebrating their war criminals. That's where we start things off today.
That is correct. Korea's foreign minister, for one, was scheduled to travel to Japan for the first time this week since taking office for talks with his Japanese counterpart. But that trip has been canceled, this after a number of high-ranking Japanese ministers visited Tokyo's controversial Yasukuni shrine over the weekend. Our Hwang Sung-hee reports.
Korean Foreign Minister Yun Byung-se has canceled his first official trip to Japan following visits by Japanese ministers to the Yasukuni war shrine over the weekend. The controversial shrine honors around 2.5 million war dead, including 14 convicted war criminals, and is seen by Korea and China as a symbol of Japan's imperialist past. The Japanese media reported that Deputy Prime Minister Taro and National Public Safety Commission Chief Keiji Furuya visited the shrine on Sunday. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe did not make the trip, but paid his respects by sending an altar decoration that bears his name and title. Seoul's foreign ministry condemned Japan's latest actions on Monday and urged its neighbor to live up to its past wrongdoing.
The Korean government strongly urges the Japanese government to immediately end its anachronistic acts and take more responsibility for its wrongdoing by facing the historical truth to regain the trust of its neighboring countries.
Experts are certain the controversial visits will affect Japan's diplomatic relations with its neighbors.
By visiting the Yasukuni war shrine, countries in Northeast Asia will question once again Prime Minister Abe's friendly gestures, and such skepticisms will result in aggravation in Northeast Asia.
Japan has yet to offer compensation for its war crimes against Korea, ranging from forced labor to sexual slavery, both of which occurred during Japan's colonial rule of Korea. Yoon was scheduled to make a 2-day trip to Japan on Friday to meet with his Japanese counterpart, Fumio Kishida, for the first time since taking office. Minister Yoon's trip was largely aimed at resolving the two countries' historical conflicts. Officials at Seoul's foreign ministry now say, however, that the Japanese minister's visits to the controversial war shrine suggest that perhaps Tokyo is not yet ready to live up to its past wrongdoings. Hwang Sung-hee, Arirang News.